I have got two Bino harnesses from the two major brands. Well, actually, I also have this one that my Vortex Binos came with, and while it's nice that it did come with a Bino harness, this one just doesn't stand up at all. So I have two main Bino harnesses, one from Kifaru, one from Marsupial, and I've got some thoughts. Now, it should be pretty obvious that I'm a bit of a Kifaru fan, but this review might surprise you. So right off the bat, I will mention that this Kifaru Bino harness, I did win through a giveaway from a kick-ass YouTube channel called Pack Out. You guys should definitely go check them out. They're making amazing self-filmed hunts up here in BC, and they're just awesome. Their whole vibe is great. And thank you very much to them and to Kifaru for providing this for that giveaway. I couldn't be more stoked to have won something like this. That being said, so this pack did come with, they contacted me to make sure that I got the right size. I think it was a medium. I just run the Vortex Crossfire 10x42s. It's just standard issue. They fit awesome. There is like a little spacer foam piece down in here that I could take out if these were a little longer, but and that also adds some like structure to this because the foam is kind of stiff, which is kind of nice, holds it open. And yeah, they slide in awesome, fit perfect. It's nice and padded and cozy and comfy in there. It's great. This is also the fully enclosed version. Supposed to keep lots of rain out. I've watched lots of reviews about that. It works awesome. I've been caught in some rain before. I usually have a rain jacket on and it fits over my whole chest rig, so it's never really been a huge issue for me, but it is nice that it does close up entirely and keep everything, even dust, but rain right out of there, which is a bonus. I also really like this whole harness back piece. It's really comfy, fits under backpack fine, and it's really comfortable, fully adjustable, obviously. That part's great. This pack did come with the rangefinder pouch and also the little accessory pouch, which is really nice because I run the same setup on my Marsupial. The rangefinder, it's identical to the Bino harness. It's the fully enclosed deal. Pops open. I've got in here Leupold RX 1400i thing, works fine. I will say that it's a little sticky in there. These things are, it's got a lot of rubberization around it. It's really grippy. Most rangefinders do. This is a pretty compact rangefinder compared to a lot of them on the market. And I find that it's just, it slides in really good, but to get it out, it's just not that smooth. It's kind of a pain. I do like that in behind the lid, there's kind of a little pocket. So I just keep lens wipe in there. So it's nice to just have it stuffed in. It's right there when you need it. But yeah, just that part, it's just kind of a bitch to get out. Also, I noticed that there isn't really just a kind of a dedicated like lanyard loop to attach. A lot of guys will run like a retractable or a bungee kind of lanyard on their rangefinder just in case they have to just drop it. It doesn't hit the ground, or it's just nice to have it attached to you. This rangefinder pouch doesn't have anything like that. I will also say the Bino pouch and the rangefinder pouch, I don't love how the lids connect. Like it's almost a two-handed situation there to get these things to close. Like they pop open really great. This one's big enough and it has like a rod inside of there to make it stiff to get it to shut, but it's just they kind of just hang kind of floppy. Like I guess in order to keep it open, you have to fold the whole thing underneath the pouch, and I think that's how you're supposed to, like that. Like it kind of, and same with the binos, like you have to fold the whole thing under and then it stays open. Otherwise, it just kind of flops there, and this is like a big catch for like, you know, leaves or anything that's gonna fall into there. I don't know, I don't love that it's just kind of stuff just flopping around. Not my favorite. Otherwise, the rangefinder pouch is great, except for, you know, it basically being great, it has that little pocket and it holds your rangefinder. As far as the Bino pouch goes, it's got your little side pockets in there, which hold a couple of things really great. I do really like that inside the lid, it has these little pockets in the sides here. So if you wanted to do, again, like a lens wipe or anything nice and small that you wanted to tuck into there, and just like the rangefinder pouch, it has in the front here, right now I've just got some reeds in that. And you can also really cinch this thing down. This is a bungee that goes up and around. So for your closure, if you really want to snug this up, you can tighten that whole thing up, get it nice and sealed up. So I do really like that it's got that pouch in the front. I haven't really found a use for these for my particular case yet either. But part of having to tuck this whole thing around, you kind of lose that molly attachment that I know a lot of guys like to run something on the bottom on their molly down there. It's obviously got some on the front, so if you want to attach a little pouch or something. I like to keep my whole rig as minimal as possible, you know, aside from these two. And I do often like to run, like on the Marsupial, I've got a tourniquet on the bottom there. Just basically so I never have to use it. If it's there, I'll never have to use it. If I don't have it, hopefully I won't. But if you have to wrap this all the way around, then you lose that whole usability, that whole connection under there, because you can't do that with something attached. So then you're just left with this thing just flopping around on your chest. I don't know, that's my one definite major gripe, is I don't like that part of it. And then the little pouch on the side, this is really handy to have. I really love having that that usability, just that storage on the side there. In mine, I've got like a lighter, and I've got like a small garbage bag for like small game or whatever. And then I keep a tiny little headlamp. This is kind of like my backup. This little guy, it's made by Nebo Micro 250 is the model. And it's just a USB rechargeable, super simple. And it has this little clip. So most of the year when I'm just running a cap or whatever, you can just clip this, or you can clip it to wherever. And that's super simple. These also come with like a regular headband, but I love how just, that's it. That's the whole light, and it's very bright. Fits down in here without the strap, which is nice. I also usually run some extra ammo in here for rifle season, or my extra release for bow season. This pouch is a little bit bulky for me. It's just a little bit big, but I do love how just minimalist it is. And it's right there. Everything is just right there. If you have to take off after an animal and you end up like a few miles from the truck or from your pack and you don't have your bag on you, everything I have, or everything I need is just right here, which is great. So those are my major thoughts about this harness. I don't love that it's tough to get my rangefinder out of my pouch. I don't love that these things just kind of flop around, and that it's like extra hands to try and close this thing up. They also, I'll say, both of these harnesses have that, just the slide in pocket in the back, which I do like. And I just keep like all my tags and licenses and stuff in there. One thing that neither of these packs has is an easy way to hang these things up when you get home. And this is something I have modified them both with. I just put this little loop of cordage around the back. It's big enough that it doesn't get in the way at all when you're wearing it. It doesn't get in the way of using or opening the harness at all. But when you get home, you just grab this little thing, and you can actually hang this with everything else. And it's not, you're not hanging it by this strap where it's just dangling. You can just hang it properly, and actually get into your stuff while it's on the wall, which is nice. So that's the Kifaru. Definitely an awesome pack, really comfortable. It does everything that I need it to, but honestly, the Marsupial is more my favorite, and I'll show you why. All right, so here is my Marsupial Bino harness, chest rig, whatever you want to call it. Again, I've just got the Crossfire HDs. They fit in there fine, nice and cozy. No problems getting them in and out. I do like running them on this guy because it has saved me a couple of times, mostly at 3D archery tournaments, leaving this thing open and bending over to pull my arrows out. These have fallen out and the straps have definitely saved me. So take that as you will. But here's my favorite part about the Marsupial compared to the Kifaru is the magnet. The magnet opening and closure is so quick and easy. It works with something on the bottom and it's just boom, open and shut. Exact same with that guy with the rangefinder pouch. It's just boom, done. Now I know that some guys don't like having the magnet because they say that it will interfere with their GPS, like on their phone or some sort of device like that. I don't think I've ever had a problem with mine, honestly. I've never noticed it like screwing up my navigation at all. It's just so quick and easy. I will say that it is the open version as compared to the fully closed, but I have definitely been caught in some inclement weather in thunderstorms with this and got soaked, and they didn't fill with water. Like I said, I do run my raincoat right over the whole thing. It's nice and low profile enough to fit inside. It is a little bit slimmer this way than the Kifaru. Sits a little bit bulkier. So this is a little bit nice, a little bit smaller. I do like that. The harness system, it's just regular straps. I think that the Kifaru shoulder strap harness system is definitely going to be a little bit more comfortable. However, that being said, I've never noticed this being like disturbingly uncomfortable. Like I couldn't just wear it all day, and I have worn it all day. It's never been an issue. So I do really like this harness. It's got the same sort of side pockets where you can keep all your stuff. It has the back pocket again for licenses and stuff. I don't love this pocket. It's especially with your binos in there, it's just super tight. Like you could only fit something very, very flat in here, and it's not easy to get into. Even if I've run like elk reeds and stuff, it's tough to get into. And then you've always got this dangly guy. I usually just leave it empty and then tuck that toggle in and close it up like that, and then it just goes away, and I don't even think that it's even about it anymore. I don't even think that it's there anymore. It's just, that's kind of an unfortunate, I don't know, if it just had a little more ease of use, you could use it a lot better. I do wish, and I never knew that I needed it until I tried the Kifaru, but I do wish that the Marsupial had some sort of just a little pocket in here, like a little slip in something, like the Kifaru has that extra bit of that little pocket to put something in. Like I've got the reeds in the Kifaru one. The Marsupial is it's so slim and so low profile. They just kept it really minimal, which is fine. It's not like I don't have somewhere else to put that stuff. Speaking of other places to put stuff, the Marsupial rangefinder pouch, I have no problems getting this thing in and out, even though the inside of this is like a felt material versus the Kifaru. You'd think it would be like a grabbier material for all this rubberized grippiness on the rangefinder. It's just easier to get it in and out. Like I immediately noticed as soon as I tried the Kifaru, like it was a pain trying to yank that thing out of there. This one's easy. It has those dedicated little tabs where you can attach a bungee if you wanted to. Works great. It doesn't have that little extra pocket, so you can put a lens wipe or something. That would be kind of nice on the inside of this, of the top flap. But again, I didn't miss it until I didn't have it compared to the other one. So it's always been fine. And again, the Molly on the bottom, lots of guys will run like a pistol holster or something. I've seen guys run bear spray under there, especially for archery tournaments or during bow season or whatever. It's a nice spot to just keep something kind of low and out of the way. I've just been running this thing again, so I don't have to use it. And then on this side, this is a custom pouch that I had made by a guy in Ontario called Bowman Gear. He makes awesome bags and backpacks and pouches and all kinds of organizers. This one I had him make for me. It's water resistant. It's got the waterproof zippers. It's smaller than the one that comes in the Kifaru, which I really like. Like, it's really minimalist. I'm in this thing rarely. Like, what I carry in here, I don't need all the time, but I want it to be there when I need it. So it doesn't have to be like really easy and accessible and have lots of room in there to get in there and get what you need. Again, it's like a headlamp, extra ammo. I also have ammo like on my rifle. So this is like worst case scenario is if I'm reaching in here. Extra release for my bow. Again, that's like worst case scenario, but you need it there. And I had him sew in, it's hard to see, but there's some like little bungee organizers for ammo, so I can put rounds in there, and that's it. There's nothing else. I didn't really need this on the front, but he threw it on there anyway, and it's perfect. It's nice and small and minimal. It's smaller than the rangefinder pouch, which is great. So basically, if the Marsupial had a little pocket in here, it would be perfect, and maybe one over here too on the rangefinder. But other than that, there's nothing else from the Kifaru that I wish the Marsupial had. I mean, I guess maybe the harness, and at this point I could take this off of the Kifaru and put this nice comfy strap on the Marsupial and kind of Frankenstein it, and that would be great. But again, I mean, I'm not missing it. This thing works fine. It works great. It's super comfortable. It's got all the adjustability. It's just minimal, lightweight straps. It's fine under a pack. It's fine on a t-shirt even, you know. It's great. So that's the game changer right there. Like, it's so quick and easy, one-handed, doesn't flop around like the Kifaru does. So that's what sells the Marsupial for me over the Kifaru. And otherwise, I mean, if you buy one of these, you're gonna be happy with it, honestly. It's gonna do everything you want it to. I've been carrying it all season so far now, but to be honest, I'm going back to the tried and true Marsupial. So those are my thoughts. In case you're curious, you're welcome.